Earthly greetings, one and all. Sharms Espina here, homegrown and happy to bring you today's breaking stories here and abroad in PTV News Now. Tonight's top story. Government's most well-received and coveted roadshow and assistance program that has reached every region from the northernmost and southernmost tips of the country took its trove of excess blessings and bounties to share with the marginalized sectors of Oriental Mindoro province, still hurting from Tropical Storm Kristine's menacing impact. And the aid distributor-in-chief has always led the handout ritual, this time forking over 10,000 peso checks to a little over 4,500 pre-selected and vetted beneficiaries from all over the province. There is something about these exercises in giving and receiving in which a number of recipients or aid beneficiaries lose a bit of control or shed their shyness to rush to the president for a tight hug to show their heartfelt gratitude. Acts the president never fails to reciprocate, like in his inspection visits to Batangas and Bicol, to provide cash aid and comfort to a people so eager to see the most powerful leader of the land show them he cares. And the people he visits know in their hearts he feels their pain and seeks to ease the burden of their plight. In the meantime, the United States government announced earlier today an additional $3.35 million or 196 million pesos in aid to support the disaster response to Tropical Storm Kristine's fallout and widespread impact. With this latest donation to the nation's special ally, total assistance to the country for recovery from Kristine's weather assault has reached close to $4.8 million or some 280 million pesos. And turning to news and foreign shores, Joe Biden assures President-elect Trump of a smooth transition of power. For all his flaws and foibles, U.S. President Joseph Biden has shown grace and character in inviting and welcoming his predecessor/successor to the White House. The same grace and character which was in full display when he welcomed Vice President Mike Pence and his wife to the White House in December 2016 for a tour and briefing on his office location and introduction to the White House staff. The same treatment he was completely deprived of and even accused of stealing in the 2020 elections, as VOA's Anita Powell reports.
Donald Trump said he would return, and on Wednesday, here he was, back in his old stomping grounds as president-elect. He and President Joe Biden had this lightning-quick exchange in the Oval Office.
Do everything we can to make sure you're accommodated, what you need, and we're going to get a chance to talk about some of that today. So,
good.
Welcome
Thank you
back.
very much, and thank you very much. And politics is tough, and it's in many cases not a very nice world, but it is a nice world today, and I appreciate very much a transition that's so smooth. It'll be as smooth as it can get, and I very much appreciate that, Joe.
Earlier Wednesday, Trump visited Congress, where he was welcomed by House Speaker Mike Johnson.
They used to call Bill Clinton the comeback kid. This is the comeback king. He is the king, okay?
Trump has moved fast since his election victory in announcing who he wants to carry out his policies. Notable on that list is South African investor and billionaire Elon Musk. Trump has named him and former Republican presidential candidate Vivek Ramaswamy to co-lead an entity aimed at cutting federal spending. Historians say the recent happenings in American politics are significant.
It's also significant because when he left office, as you said, he left under a cloud of controversy, and his election now shows that for the majority of American voters, they wanted him back. And so it is in some ways a reawakening for his movement and for what he represents.
Trump will be back in Washington to take his oath of office on January 20th. Anita Powell, VOA News, the White House.
Right now, let's shift focus to my colleague in PTV's Baguio City studios for what's hot and happening in the Cordilleras. Ala?
Naimbag-arab ni Pilipinas. Nangilatang ti City Disaster Risk Reduction Management Council, ti Baguio City, 85 million pesos at donasyon para kadagiti probinsya at dinalapos dagiti naglabas a bagyo. Sigun kini Mayor Benjamin Magalong, makaawat ti Batanes, Albay, Cagayan, Isabela, kan Apayaw, itisag 1 million pesos a donasyon. Kasarunod ti napasarandaan na karong epekto ti bagyo a Kristine, Marce, kan Nika. Nupay nasken nga probaran ti City Council ti para kay paluspos ti pondo, agtao ti donasyon iti Quick Response Fund ti syudad, ngayman manihar ti CDRRMC. Kapiatan na, kinunan ni Magalong mailaksid, Ti wenno na eleksiti syudad iti ulpit ti bagyo baban iti nasapa a panagsagana da. Inlawlawag met ni Local Disaster Risk Reduction Management Officer 5, Engineer Charles Brian Carame, at alokasyon ti pondo para iti donasyon ket maibasar iti na-report a bilang dagiti apektado a pamilya ken dagiti babanay a nakaro a nadadael gapo iti bagyo. Iti sabali pay adamag pakasaknan itati lokal a gobyerno ti Tabuk City ti panagbaba ti produksyon iti apit a palay wenno irik dagiti mannalon gapo iti dadal nga intunda dagiti naglabas a bagyo. Sigun iti City Agricultural Services Office, 30% ti bimabaan ti apit da itaatawad. Ilawlawag ni Tabuk City Agricultural Services Office Agriculture Officer 2, Lim Dukyungen, bimaba iti 40 aging 70 kaban per hectare. Ti apit dagiti mannalon manibot iti original target nga 80 to 100 kaban per hectare. Iti dadalapos ti Bagyo Nika, 1,000 hektarya ti rice farms ti nadadael akadwan ket ijay barangay Gubgob, Kentanglag, Tabuk City. Kabiatan na agtultuloy iti rapid damage assessment and need analysis kadagiti farmlands tapno makita ti pakabuklan a dadael kano sino dagiti maipayan iti tulong manibot iti Department of Agriculture.
Actually katatapos lang po ng final assessment natin or final report natin, particular po dito sa sa Kristine and Nika. So base dun po sa sa report natin or final assessment natin, ang isa po sa pinaka sa ang isang provinces po na natamaan po itong Kalinga province, So particularly po sa rice, actually pati rin sa vegetables and corn. Pero ang talagang natamaan po doon is yung sa rice po.
Dagiti damdamag manipod dito'y PTV Cordillera, siya ni Ala Sunduan, naimbag Arabii.
Many thanks, Ala. And so we've come to the show's end. Join us anew tomorrow night, same time, same location on your browser for breaking stories from here and abroad and at the hour. This has been Sharms Espina reminding you all to stay connected by catching the news right here on PTV. And thank you for watching PTV News Now.